How do we start it though? Just like that, hey? Hey, Daryl.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Daryl. Good to see you again. We're here. I don't know if anybody noticed or if you haven't watched our first episode yet, you can go back and see it. But when we were done
Yeah.
recording, Daryl had mentioned that it kind of looked like I might have looked like a kind of Disney character there with the way I had my discs set up. So in honor of that, I've come prepared with
There you
my
go.
R2D2 ears
That's
that I
all,
picked up.
that's almost perfect. Those
It
discs,
act-
they look like they're just sitting on the shelf right now.
well, I'm not going to wear this the whole episode. I just thought you might get a kick out of that.
Okay.
Now, I know I threw this on you. We didn't discuss this. So put on your
Yeah.
thinking cap here and shoot some
Yeah.
holes in my idea.
The bit of a pause there was me taking a second to try and think the pros and the cons.
And all you can
I,
think of is how wonderful the idea is, right?
yeah, we'll end the episode there.
Yeah, no, no.
Or should I say, it could be partly my catchphrase? You know that I like your idea, but you're wrong.
Ouch.
I
So
don't
what?
know. I don't necessarily love the idea. I'm not going to say I hate it. I'm just
Okay.
trying to think why I don't like it. I
Hey,
think
everybody. Welcome to Chain Out, the disc golf podcast for Canada. Nope, I'm not doing that one. I got lost. I got lost.
I could feel you were like searching for words.
I'm like, I went way beyond the simple thing.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again. 5 seconds. It'll just be simpler. I think what it is I don't know what
Episode 3?
it's episode 3, but do I want to call it the Chain Out or Welcome to Chain Out podcast? Episode 3, I think.
Chain Up Podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's how we've got it labeled. So.
Yeah.
With you. I'm Jeremy, and with me, as always, is Daryl.
Hello, everybody. How's it going, Jeremy?
Going well, Daryl. How about you? How you feeling, buddy?
I don't know. Can you tell? My voice is. I'm not. I got that bit of a sexy Barry White voice going on, I think.
Oh,
Or
you
just
say sexy Barry White. I was thinking maybe a little Phoebe Buffet smelly cat
Phoebe.
voice there.
Yeah.
Podcasting energy that we've got is like a healing energy. That's what I'm
There
going to
you
say.
go. Yeah. Channeling my inner Phoebe Buffet.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, till then, Smelly Cat says, chain out.
Chain out.
There for it. But for me, I think what the difference is that if I have an errant shot at Nor'Wester, I'm gonna hit a car. A car is pretty strong. It's gonna my disc is gonna bounce off it. If I have an errant shot at the hills, and
I know
hit
where
a
you're
person,
going.
it's gonna bounce off them, but it could do a lot more damage hitting a person. And I feel that those tight
Right.
lines, I'd rather go onto a road and hit a car or hit a truck or something like that than hit an actual person. So that's what I'm gonna use as my deciding factor of why I'd prefer to play Nor'Wester. Plus, Nor'Wester is gonna have the longer distance, all the things that we
Right.
talked about than the hills. But one of those things is I'd rather hit a car than hit a person.
That's a fair.
Hey everyone, welcome to Chain Out Podcast. I'm Jeremy, and with me as always is your favorite co-host, Daryl.
Favorite co-host?
Why, thank you, Daryl and Jeremy. I'm so happy to be on Chain Out Podcast with you and glad that you were able to invite me. I'm really excited to tell you a lot about oh, I'm not the guest that you were expecting to have on the show tonight? How did you know?
That's the thing. So I had a huge mix, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of different brands, but then I hold a Comet, and then I hold a Buzz, and then I hold a Wasp, or I hold whatever. Name your EMAC Truth or whatever.
Yeah.
They all feel a little bit differently in your head. It's not the same disc, even if it's virtually the same disc. If you hold an EMAC Truth and a Buzz SS or whatever
Yeah.
you consider to be the same as that, it's not gonna in your head it's not going to be the same disc. So
Yeah.
Right.
That's such an interesting way to look at it, Jeremy. I've never thought about that. I mean, I know I've spoken. Obviously, Tim said that at one point he had 7 Nate Sexton Firebirds sit in his bag, and they kind of explain it. Yeah, obviously, the more beat in the disc gets, the more unstable it gets. So that's why they have that. But until Brendan just said it, then like not necessarily having the disc because it beats in, but just having it because it feels the same. You've got the same disc in your hand, you're throwing it, and that's kind of just has hit me there for a second. So it feels like I've just leveled up in my disc golf knowledge now. But that's the reason for having multiple discs of the same, because of the feel.
yeah, like I'm not trying to get you to stop buying discs. I just want you to buy more of the exact same disc.
Yeah,
And then if it's wrong, you just have to buy more of a different disc.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Chain Out Fantasy Season 2, Chain Out Fantasy League Season 2, Episode 7. I am last season's winner, Daryl.
Yes.
And joining me is third place guy over here, Jeremy. How you doing?
Doing well, Daryl. You said last season's winner, Daryl. I think you should have said last season's winner, captain of Team Shambles. I think that's what we needed.
I lured you all into a false sense of security. I didn't live up to the name most of the time.
Yeah.
So, season 2, episode 7, or episode 6, event 7.
Yes.
Eastern Canadian Ams Nationals.
Right.
Second time doing this one as well. Are you excited?
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. This one's John Pytel event held out at Borget, Ontario. And maybe, you know what, we need to get the guest on right away.
Yeah.
Because the guest will be able to help us. So we got a great guest for the guest picks tonight. We have Robbie Holden. And this is kind of a merging of podcasts because he is part of the Missed Mando podcast, Ontario's best disc golf podcast out there. Let's get Robbie Holden onto the show.
Ontario's source for the latest in the disc golf world. Thanks for having me on, fellas.
Yeah, it's good to have you. How are you doing?
Sean will be proud. You got the line done.
Oh, I've written that script and said it enough times that is seared into my brain forever. I am doing very good, fellas. It is a little past my bedtime here in Eastern Standard Time, but I am fired up and awake to be here with you guys. So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. We just had a great episode. We spoke to Thomas and Sophia to speak to them about their time over in China. That was a great episode. And, Sophia can certainly talk, and she was talking over Thomas a little bit there. So she had a good conversation.
So much good stuff.
And then we had Gabe Robinson on to talk about Project 15, and that was awesome. And I think that, that guy can answer 15 questions in one.
Yeah, but he does it so well. Like
talker.
Yeah, but the thing is that's what we love, because I think, as you know, too, being in the podcast business, is sometimes you'll have a guest on and you'll ask them a question and you might get a one-word answer. So you just have to work with that and try and get them a little more comfortable so that they'll jump in and be part of it. But when you have guests like Gabe and Sophia and Thomas who can carry that conversation and feel that vibe, it just makes for that much better of a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes for a better episode, and it makes our job as hosts way easier, which
Exactly.
I'll take the easy road any day.
Yeah, for sure. One thing we also should mention, because I just noticed it, well, I noticed it earlier, but we never really addressed it. Robbie's also fellow Cardinal Disc Golf sponsored as well.
There you go.
Totally repping. There you go. Yeah. Totally repping the Cardinal. So they can't be complaining that we're not promoting them on this episode.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
We got all bases covered.
Triple dip.
Yeah. All right.
So, well, first I got to get back to it. So, Robbie,
go for it.
Which way is it? Is it Borget, Borget? How do you say it? Or do you not know either?
I have personally always said Borget. That is what I have heard the most, I feel like, from people who have talked about that area for this tournament or for other tournaments at Eddyville. But yeah, I've always heard Borget. I usually just play it safe and say Eddyville because I'm pretty confident that that's how you pronounce it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Well, one other thing I wanted to say, we talked about on our previous podcast, we were talking about ratings day and everything else, and there's a little bit of congrats in order there for you, my friend. It looks like you went up 6 points on ratings day to 939, and that's your high water mark, is it?
Correct. Yes, I actually
Oops.
reached that point earlier this year, first ratings update of the year, and then had seen, I think it would be 4 or 5 straight ratings drops up until this point. So I'm back on track, back to 939. Still haven't quite crossed that 940 barrier yet, but it's coming. It's coming. I can feel it.
That'll be great.
Can you imagine those days, Jeremy, when you're saying
I'm
just shy of 940?
That's
Yeah.
great. just 10 points over 840. You know.
Exactly.
So I'm
Well,
thinking
the problem is, and we've already seen one comment here, is that I don't have the nickname Roller Coaster for no reason. Roller Coaster Robbie sometimes just shows up out of nowhere, and I'll throw an 820 round or even
Yeah.
lower in there. I had a tournament where it began where I shot rounds in the 700s, 800s, 900s, and thousands in a
Wow.
single 4-round tournament. That is the ultimate spread and the ultimate roller coaster. So hopefully the
Wow.
roller coaster's on its way up.
so
Yeah, that's something to hang your hat on. That is.
well, I was going to say I think it but I do think in that case if I'm right and I know my ratings stuff correctly, so that would probably mean out of a 4-round tournament possibly only 2 rounds would actually impact the rating because the other ones would be so far outside of the scope, right?
Correct. Yeah. It was actually only the low one got dropped and didn't count, the 773 rated round, but the 1003 still did count towards my rating, which
Nice.
was a nice boost at the time. So I got quite the whirlwind of a tournament, but my ratings didn't quite suffer as bad as they should have.
That's a good point though, because if you're going to punish me for playing really well, that's not a good thing to do, right?
Right.
That's not good. All right, so you should one of the things we should do is we should recap the tournament Capital Open, which was our last tournament,
Give me a
right?
second here.
You want to do that?
I'm trying to get this set up. So
Okay.
it's working properly. Why is it not working properly, Jeremy?
Well, that's one of the things about being live.
There we are. Now, there we go. Now we got them on full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give a recap to everybody how we play this game.
How we play this game and
Yeah.
what Robbie's getting into.
Okay, so the way that we do it, we adjust our MPO, FPO picks based on the amount of players registered for the event. In this event, there are only 5 FPOs registered, so that means that we will be picking 1 each, and we're going to be making up the other 5 players from MPO. So we'll be picking 5 MPO, 1 FPO. Now, comes down to the point scoring system. If your chosen pick wins, you'll get 5 points. If any of your picks ends up on a podium, you'll get 3. For a top 10 finish, you'll get 1 point. For those so rare eagles, I thought I'd get in there before you this time, you'll get 15 points. And for one of those common aces, you'll get 10 points. Don't worry, the point system doesn't work. It's broken. We'll be revisiting it in season 3.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Should we give a recap of the previous episode?
We should let everyone know where
tournament?
we are. Yeah.
So we'll just run down this really quickly. I won't go over the point breakdown. I'll just give you the totals. So where we're standing right now, Team JPAL has 114 points after a pretty poor showing in the last event.
Did you not put my points in?
No, I did.
Okay.
Team Guest Invite is on 184 points.
Yeah.
Actually, I can bring it up if you want me to bring it up.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, if you don't
this
believe
is just
me.
tongue in cheek.
And then Team Shambles, not living up to Team Shambles, is in the lead with 216 points because I had a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
There you go. So overall on the tournaments, Team JPAL has 1 win. Team Shambles now has 2 wins, but Team Guest has 3 wins. And now we're starting to see that separation of you can win an event, but you don't necessarily get the most points.
Right.
So there we have it, because I think last season, whoever had the most tournament wins had the most points, which was me.
Yep.
So, but now we're starting to see that little bit of a difference there. And then obviously we put our teams out on Instagram. We get people to vote on them to see which team they think is going to win. I don't know why Team JPower has 3 wins, because obviously they're not looking at the past results. If they were looking at past results, they'd vote for me more. But actually, I did take down the win on the last event, so I got my first fan vote win, and then Team Guest has 1 win there.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
And we're going to let you know, Robbie, ahead of time. If you didn't know, you're going to have a team name. So you can start thinking about that as we get through our introductions. And when we go through this process, what we're going to do is we're going to choose and we're going to do a snake draft. So it'll either be, if it was Daryl first.
Well, the person who came last in the previous event gets to choose.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I should
You'll
just
have to look at
double
that.
check it because it's either.
I
think it's team guest.
Oh, team
but
guest.
But it could be you.
Okay. And what we'll end up having is we'll go 1, 2, 3 picks again, 2, 1 picks again. We'll go back and forth until we've got all of our picks done.
So let me just bring it up because I can now.
Yeah.
I've been the commissioner of a fantasy football league since like high school, I think, and all this talk of snake drafts is making me itch to draft something right now.
Oh.
Well, we're getting there.
So the last event was TCO. Team Shambles took the win with 46 points.
Okay.
Team J-Pal came second with 21. And it was close. That's why Team Guest, which was Team Dylan, actually, who's in the chat right now, the person behind this great website, had 20 points. So that means that Team Guest, it'll be your pick first, or so you get to decide what the order of the snake draft. So obviously you're a commissioner for fantasy.
Ooh.
You know the benefits of going first. You get first and 6. But you have a long time to wait. So do you want to go first? So not only do you get to decide if you get to go first, second, or third, you get to determine the order.
Yep, the whole order.
Correct. And this is major pressure and a huge honor to have this bestowed upon me. But I think I'm going to have to slot myself in with the number 2 pick. And get the in between. Don't want to have to wait too long on the wraparound to get my second pick. So yes. I'm going to give the first pick to. I'll give it to Daryl.
Ooh.
All right, Team Shambles.
So Team Shambles first. Team X at the moment to go second, and then Team J-Pal bringing up the 3-4 spot.
Yeah, okay. I can work with this.
All right. Should we get to it?
Let's do it.
Let's rock.
Okay. Let me bring back that fancy screen again. Here we are. So, because I am so prepared, you're going to have to give me a second while I click on certain things.
You'll see, Robbie, very quickly where Team Shambles' name came from.
Yeah.
All right. So, with the first overall pick in the Eastern Canadian Ams National A tier, Team Shambles would like to welcome from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Currently a member since 2016, currently 10-14 rated, 243 career events and 42 wins. Team Shambles would like to welcome on the MPO side, Thomas Gilbert.
Yes. And I think a very good pick, especially when we were talking, Robbie, too, was that Thomas had said a little bit about practicing today on the Eddyville extra long course that they're going to play, the 72. Yep. And he says he's going to be throwing his boss. So Sophia said if he's throwing his boss, then you know there's going to be some long holes.
Yeah. There you go.
Actually, one of the MPO competitors who may or may not get drafted here, we'll have to see, Jacob Mainville, he posted a lovely playthrough video of the Eddyville Elite layout that I got to check out before coming on tonight, and it looks like a doozy. There are a lot of long holes. I will almost guarantee that nobody's getting an ace bonus in points in this event. That's for sure. If that happens, it will be a miracle. And I'll also, on a little side tangent, I'll tell this little quick story. Thomas Gilbert at Eddyville was maybe the first time that I had my mind absolutely blown by a professional disc golfer when I was out there, one of my first Ontario provincials in, I believe, 2021. And seeing him tee off on hole 1 and seeing how effortlessly he threw a putter on a hole that I was needing a max distance driver, I knew he was playing a different sport than what I was at that moment.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Well, another great Thomas Gilbert story would be the fact that we coined the Muskoka layup.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to lay up on this hole and he was going long. I can't even
And
remember.
he was going to the green. So that was at Spencer's tournament last year as he was throwing.
in the chat.
Hole 15 at Huntsville Downs, I was actually standing in the parking lot and watched that throw. Didn't see where it landed. And as he walked by me, I said, Thomas, how'd that go? And he said, I'm accidentally long.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Exactly.
Thomas Gilbert does that.
Yeah,
that's right.
Spencer's in the chat, like you said, and he's saying that he's from Port Severn. He ain't from Toronto. Well, check PDGA because it says he's from Toronto.
Yeah, well, I think if you're from Ontario and it's anywhere in southwestern Ontario, essentially, for some reason, they think you're from Toronto.
There you go. All right, that puts it over to you, Robbie.
All right. Well, it is a great pleasure to say that my 1-1 in this draft.
Oh. Sorry, before you start, now we need your team name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the team name, yes. I am going to go with Team Wonderland.
Ooh,
there's lots of roller coasters at Wonderland.
There you go. Okay, so Team Wonderland.
As many roller coasters as I can have on my team is what I need for this roller coaster right here. But my team is not going to be a roller coaster because with my first overall pick, it is a pleasure to and by the way, so everybody can see, I got paper notes. I'm old school. I went like old yellow legal pad style, and a couple notes on this player. He has 3 wins at Eddyville, including the last 3 A-tier tournaments that were held at this course. Now, albeit not on this layout. This is a new layout. But he's obviously very familiar with the course, the property, and loves it. He is currently the highest rated player in Canada and has the most wins in Ontario of any player ever. It's a pleasure to welcome to my team from St. Thomas, Ontario, Marty Hendel.
That is a fantastic pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's going in order.
Yeah, and as well too, Robbie, we know how great Marty is. We've all talked to him and chatted with him. He's got some great throws. It's great to see too, as he just got back. He won the Flats Classic down in his hometown area there.
Mm-hmm.
And after having a bit of a knee injury, it's nice to see that he is back and throwing the way he should be. So, yeah.
Yeah, he is now up to Flats Classic was his 3rd win in MPO this season, 4th overall if you include MP40 as well. So he's having a good season as well, and I'm feeling pretty darn good with Marty on my team.
Yeah, I would be too. All right, Team J-Pow.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you. We're going to get to Team J-Pow, and Team J-Pow's got a couple picks to go here. And you know what Team J-Pow likes to do? I like to get my FPO player right at the start. I don't want any of you touching the FBO player that I've got in mind.
Okay.
And this FPO player has done a lot this year. They've jumped 9 points recently.
Mm-hmm.
They went out west just for a vacation and said, hey, I'm going out west to visit some friends. I might as well stop and play an A-tier and win it against all the Western Canadian FPOs. And then decided, we'll go on the Chain Out podcast from Victoria, BC, just sitting in the harbor.
Yeah.
I'm going to welcome to my team, 905 rated from New Hamburg, Ontario, Jessica Goulet. Welcome to Team J-Pow.
Yeah, it's a good pick. You're going in strong early with the FPO. Get that pick locked in.
That's it.
It is hard to argue with that pick. Jess is on an absolute heater right now, finishing 1st or 2nd in, I believe it's her last 6 events now with 4 wins in that span. So, you really can't argue there.
I guess, hopefully you knew this already and we didn't explain it when we apologize. There is no order to your picks. You can pick them in any order you want. So I'm glad that Jeremy didn't surprise you by doing that. So that's good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't sneak anything by me.
Well, and with my second pick, I figure another thing you're going to learn about me, Robbie, I'm not the guy who always picks with his heart, but I always look for reasons to pick things together. Like I like putting power couples together when, different things like that is, when Alicia Hums and Thomas Hums are together, they're both really good, but if you can have them both on the same team, it's like you've got 3 people now instead of 2 in my mind. This is the
Sure.
way I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So the connection I'm doing with my first 2 picks is I'm sticking with New Hamburg, Ontario is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So this person is also up 6 points. They won the Forest City Open recently, which happens to be in my hometown. Another great connection of London, Ontario.
Right.
From New Hamburg, 965 rated. Welcome, Joe Vanderveen, to Team JPOW.
All right.
And what I always like to say too, Robbie, is when there's silence after my picks, I always know somebody's grumbling and scratching a person off their list.
That is a fantastic pick. I will say, maybe just looking at the list right now, maybe the most jacked player in this
Right.
entire division. Joe is huge. He can throw an absolute mile, which will definitely help on some of these extended holes on the Eddyville Elite layout. So that is a fantastic pick at your second spot there, Jeremy.
And if I'm right too, Robbie, is he not also the one who can stand on a tee pad and do a backflip? Isn't that Joe, or was that someone else? Am I thinking
I
of
wouldn't
Joe?
be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe can do that. He is an athlete.
I remember seeing it, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm with Robbie. If anyone, it wouldn't surprise me that Joe could do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Team Wonderland, what do you got up your sleeve now?
Ooh. All right. Well. I think I'm going to stick on the MPO side here for my next pick. And my next player, I'm going to go with. He has had a good season so far, if not a great season. Let me just confirm the amount of wins. We got 1, 2, and 3 wins so far, including most recently at the 2025 Guelph Royale. In 3 appearances at A tiers at Eddyville, he's finished 6th, 5th, and 6th. I think that's going to go up this year, and he's going to get me some podium points at least. And I am going to go with, from Sudbury, Ontario, Mr. Thomas Hums.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just talking about said player there.
You was, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a great player and always showing up, always competing. And I think that it's called Twin Stacks, is it? Is that the new course that they got out there?
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
And from what,
yeah.
Yeah, and from what I understand with that course there, it's got some challenge to it. So he's just upped his game by having a great course to practice on regularly.
I was fortunate enough to get to play a quick round at that course when I went up to Sudbury for the Blueberry Brawl last month, and it's definitely got some teeth. You can tell that that it is a Hums designed course, that's for sure. But it also has a lot of great potential. There was a lot of stuff that I really like to see out there, and there will be a tournament there later this year that I'm really excited to get back to. So yeah, the great course that they've got going up in Sudbury.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Shambles.
Okay.
Now it's not even just Team Shambles.
Exactly.
Sir Shambles.
Get it correct. Yeah, exactly. So I was going to switch up my picks, but I'm not. I'm going to stick to my order.
Okay.
See, that's not very shambles of me. I'm improving. But this player, I'm just doing the research right now, has played 10 events so far this year.
Okay.
I like people that play consistently, right? I know we're getting towards the end of the season now, but there's still people that we could have picked that haven't been playing regularly. But this player, I'm staying with the MPO side. 10 events, has never finished outside of the top 10.
Ooh.
10 top 10 finishes, including 1 first and 4 second place finishes from Toronto, Ontario, but that could mean anywhere.
Spencer should correct us if we're wrong.
Exactly, that could be anywhere. Team Shambles is going to welcome Calvin Roorda.
Yeah, great pick.
I can confirm for you that yes, Calvin is absolutely from Toronto.
Perfect.
Well, and I saw what you saw when it was like 10 events and not one outside of the top 10. Like, you're just always up there.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking about, we're definitely going to get me some points for placements, but I don't even think we need to worry about placements. We're looking at podium finishes on this person.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great second pick, Team Shambles. What are you thinking first?
Yeah, this one, this is the one where I might actually switch my pick. but I'm just gonna do a quick run. Yeah, I'm definitely switching. All right, so 13. This player 13 events this year.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's only been 2 outside of the top 10, but those have been hang on. No, I'm just trying to check the event. Yeah, that one was outside of Canada.
Remember when we said it's a little loose on this podcast on this one?
Yeah, and when I'm exactly really not prepared. Okay, I'll just get to the player because we may as well just put him out there.
Sure.
This person is, you know how you like to do your power couples?
Yes.
This person is connected to somebody that we've had on the podcast, and I believe we've actually spoke to this person as well.
In Australia?
In Australia, yeah. From Burlington, Ontario, Team Shambles would like to welcome Chris Brown to the team.
Chris Brown, what a beauty that guy is. That's nothing bad to say about Chris Brown. What an amazing guy.
Yeah, absolutely. We, like I said, we spoke to him when we did the Whiff Diff. We caught up with some of the players down there. A lot of them were out on the course, but we had him sit in with Karen Martell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just finishing your sandwiches.
It's okay. He was down there part of the support crew, helping everybody out. Obviously, partnered with Colleen McInnes. And, we just had him on there talking about how well the event was run and things that they were doing, things like that. So not even part of the event, but still was able just to come on and chat to us. And yeah, what a great guy. So yeah, my team's looking pretty strong, I think.
I think so. And for those that are so inclined, if you ever want to see some slightly older, some tournaments from last year in the Ontario scene, you can check out Canadian Disc Golf Productions. Little free plug for them. And hear Chris Brown and myself on the mic as the commentary team, which was an absolute blast to do with him. We actually pretty sure we did some stuff for P15. So with Nationals coming up, anybody wants a little sneak peek of P15, can go check out that video and hear this lovely voice talking you through it.
I knew there was a reason that sultry tone was so familiar.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
One of the multiple reasons I recognize it. Yes. Well, that puts it
I think if I remember correctly too, I tried to go a little harder on the golf voice and like really, tone it down and welcome to the round. Maybe not that much, but I tried to go a little easier.
Yeah. Is it me or is it getting hot in here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's back to you.
Well, I will say that we may have had our first official snipe of this draft because I 100% had Calvin Rordo lined up as a potential for my next pick, as not only a fantastic player, but a good buddy of mine as well. I definitely wanted him on my team. So darn you, Daryl, Team Shambles. But I am going to, with my next pick, I am going to go with, I think I am going to still stick on the MPO side. There are some good options in FPO left, and with one already taken, I know only one more can get taken, playing a little strategy here.
Yeah.
So I am going to go with, he finished first at this course in MA2 at the 2020 Provincial Championship. He finished second here in MA1 at the 2021 Provincial Championship, and he has 2 10th place finishes in MPO in 2 of the last 3 years that there's been an A tier here. He's also been playing pretty good lately. I'm going to go with Mr. Jake Voskamp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jake's a good pick.
He is. Yeah. That was
he's got the power. His putt when it's on can be absolutely deadly. Really good shot shaper too in the woods, which this course is going to take a lot of everything from players, and Jake's got the full bag of skills.
Well, I was going to say, and I think Daryl and I, again, same sandwiches, is we just watched him on a recent video there of P15, and it was with Gabe, and I saw him shoot a -18.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah. A whole field better watch out. No, actually, that was my 2 picks. That was where I was going back and forth. I wasn't sure if I was going to take Jake third or Chris. I think Chris just edged it out for me just a little bit, just because I seen that, I know we've seen Jake play the courses. I know he knows the lines. Obviously, anyone who's played out there is going to be familiar with these courses, but Chris just edged it out a little bit, but I was definitely on. It was he was actually. I had them both labeled right beside each other. I wasn't too sure which one to pick. So definitely a great pick for Team Wonderland there.
All right.
Well,
that brings...
I am got my fingers crossed a little bit that Jake makes you regret the last minute choice to not pick him. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Well, we have a guy like that out here in the Edmonton area by the name of Riley Douglas, and the times that we don't pick him are the times that he lights it up and goes lead card on nationals. Yeah. So, all right. Well, he's not.
And he lets us know as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's first to do it. He's like, they didn't pick me. They didn't pick me.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Team JPOW is going to go with a couple all MPO picks here. So I got 2 back-to-backs.
Yeah.
And I think you two are in a little bit of trouble here because this player here, you might have looked at them, maybe you didn't, and saw that, they play MP40 quite a bit. And they've won every event in MP40 and placed second in MPO at the Lake Ontario Open, which is a precursor to nationals. We know what those courses are like.
Yeah.
Not only that, this person is 992 rated out of the 6 Toronto, Ontario, for those who don't know.
Yeah, I got it.
Scott Jameson will be joining my Team JPOW. So now
Scotty J has had a great season. Yeah, he definitely plays MP40, but that doesn't mean he can't hang. He can't hang in MPO. Certainly doesn't mean that. He sure can hang. And yeah, that is a great pick. I think if I'm remembering correctly, it was Scotty J that shot like a 10-30 rated round at Cedar Creek during the Lake Ontario Open, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he's playing good.
Yeah.
I think Robbie fits in well on this podcast because obviously I took Tommy G first.
Yeah.
And now you just took Scotty J.
Yeah. So I'm going to try it. No, I'm going to try it with this pick then. If we're going to do this, if we're doing nicknames, and you'll see if you actually
don't offend people, Jeremy.
No, never. For my 4th pick, this player had a good ratings day, pretty reasonable one. They were up 2 points.
Okay.
They placed second in their last 2 events. They're kind of, again, close to my London, Ontario area, and I always like that. They're actually out in Elmer, Ontario, 977 rated. I am going to choose Eziel to join my team. Ezra Lockington, welcome to the team.
I am so calling him Eziel the next time that I see him. Yeah, another terrific pick. The guy can absolutely mash. When you were telling the story about Thomas Gilbert accidentally throwing long on that hole at Provincials last year, I got to watch Ezra throw off the same tee block, and that thing was a missile launcher out of his hand. He can absolutely mash on it, so he's going to be throwing some big bombs out there. That's a great pick.
Yeah, he was next on my list.
Yeah, there you go.
You took him out for me, so.
Just had a 2nd place finish as well at the Flats Classic last weekend. So coming off a good performance. Couldn't quite get Marty there, but there's lots of people that have said that over the years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even when they get close, Marty pulls out a roller or something and puts it all back to bed again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Talking about another person that plays MP40.
Yep.
Okay, so it's back to you, Team Wonderland.
Back to me. Alrighty. Well, we are gonna go with. I'm still liking this plan. I think I'm gonna run out my MPOs and see what we got for FPO at the end. Maybe I'll do an audible at some point. But for now, I am going to take a young gun in this division, an absolute bomber. I believe he is now 19, maybe 18. Played with him a lot. He is an absolute salt of the earth kid as well, which makes him even easier to pick. Currently rated 979. He also won a tournament at Eddyville already this year with the spring into it at Super Spin in June. I'm going to go with my friend Carter Yeomans.
Nice.
Yeah. Great pick.
You sniped one off my list there, Robbie. That's for sure. You got one. And
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, go ahead. He is
Well, he is a super talented player. Like I said, a young guy can absolutely mash. That's a theme in my analysis of these players this evening. I've realized. I think I've said that probably 7 times now. But he can absolutely mash. Great control over a disc as well. And he is from out in that area. He's from actually Stone's Throw. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that disc golf course at all, but a great Ontario disc golf course. And he lives like 10 minutes from it. But it's not all that far away from Ottawa and Eddyville. So I'll say he's close enough there to, and has been there well enough that he's got the experience on that course. I am very happy to have Carter on my team.
Yeah. Well, I had him right
great
up
pick.
there on there.
Yeah.
I didn't know where Yarker, Ontario is. And as we're doing all these kind of word type things, I'm sure not only can he mash, he can probably just yark on a disc too, is what I'm thinking, being from Yarker. So
I like that joke a lot.
it's a stretch, but it's there.
It's a stretch, yeah.
It got
All
me
right.
good, that's for sure.
All right, I guess that brings it back to me for 2 picks.
It does.
3 picks remaining, 2 picks currently. So,
Good thing you can do math.
yeah, I'm starting to switch my picks up now. I'm not going in order, so I'm calling audibles. I'm going with this player because they've played a few more events, or 6 more events than my other pick. This person is, I like people that play a lot, and I like people that go up in their ratings.
Yes.
It's only a minor bump. It only went up 1 point, but going up is always a positive. Shows you're playing well. Played 10 events this year. Only once, nope, that was the other person. Yeah, played 10 events. A lot of high finishes from New Hamburg, Ontario.
Okay.
Team Shambles, 974 rated, Brian McDonald.
Oh. What do you know, Robbie, on Brian? I'm not as familiar with Brian.
Brian, I'm not as familiar with Brian's game as I should be. I haven't seen or played with him as much. I know earlier, I can't remember who mentioned it, talking about the power couples and whatnot. And although they are on different teams, we do have a power couple now fully drafted in this draft with Brian and Jess Goulet. Different teams battling against each other.
Yeah,
we'll see how much division that causes in their household, if any at all. Probably not. But Brian is a very solid player. I wish I knew more about his game. I'm pretty sure he is a very, very good forehand player. If I am getting that correct, and if Brian sees this, then and I'm getting this wrong, Brian, I am sorry, and we need to play around so that I don't get this wrong again.
There you go. I just realized I've just been neglecting the chat just a little bit here.
But Spencer's been killing it.
Yeah, Spencer's in the chat. He said that Jessica Goulet, she's been on a tear. The person who can do a backflip, that is Joe.
Yep.
And
confirmation, love it.
And Brian McDonald has fantastic hair.
That is factually accurate for sure.
And forehand, that's his game. So yeah, glad you're in the chat, Spencer, and thanks for keeping up with us. There was a couple of things
waiting to hear his name get picked.
Right. There was a couple of points that I wanted.
Brought his parents. Sorry, I'm interrupting. Yeah. He's brought his parents. They're all waiting. Everybody's around, like aunts, uncles, brothers. Everyone's sitting around the table with him. He's got his tie on. He's ready for this draft.
It's full draft night. The cameras are out and the fanfare is everywhere. He's just waiting for that phone call.
Exactly. I think Shawnee G is standing by ready to interview him.
I just wanted to touch on something that you mentioned there about that you're not too familiar with Brian and his game and things like that. And this is a great point. And this is one of the reasons why we do this fantasy league, is because we want, the fact that we get 3 teams picked, 6 players per team. That's 18 Canadian pros that we get to put out there. We get to put their names out there. Mm-hmm. We get to put their names out on social media. We tag them in his, if they've got a profile, we tag them on their Instagram posts. We get people voting on our teams. If they vote on your team and they suddenly see that Brian McDonald is sitting in third, they're going to look for his name on the leaderboard. They're going to follow PDG Live. Mm-hmm. And that was the whole point, really, of doing this fantasy league, was just to get more recognition and get people's names out there that maybe don't get the, and like, are in the Eastern Canada, Central Eastern
In
Canada.
Ontario, yeah.
And maybe you're not familiar with Brian. Well, you can imagine what two guys from Western Canada, we've probably never, heard of him or definitely not seen him play. So the fact that we can get his name out there, we can bring more awareness to it. That's exactly the whole point of the reason why we're doing this. So
Yeah.
great.
I
And then-
love that you said that, Daryl, and couldn't agree more. And as you mentioned, I'm also have a podcast as well with Miss Mando, and that was the entire basis of wanting to get that started, was to showcase different personalities and different players that don't always get the platform to get an interview and get exposure like that. It's not like there are many companies out filming rounds of tournaments, across Canada. There's certainly a few that have done great, but not all the time. And being able to give exposure to other players and give them a platform and let more people know their name, love it. There's nothing I love more about doing this sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Well,
talking about giving people exposure.
I was going to say, while you're on your platform over there, why don't you
Yeah.
give us your next pick?
Well, I will, but there's more important things than just making our picks. But given exposure, Spencer just wants to see if he's going to get an honorable mention again. That's all. So, he will be included at some point, I think.
Priorities.
That was
Yeah.
the DF Open, I think, is where he got the honorable
Exactly.
mention. That's awesome.
Okay, so for my next pick, now this is where it's getting tough because I've got one pick and then I have to wait to come back around to me again. So now I'm getting to the point where do I pick my FPO now or do I take my FPO?
Well, if you
Final pick.
don't pick your
No,
FPO now,
I'm
Robbie's going to take his
exactly.
FPO.
No, I've made a decision.
I've already got mine.
Yeah, exactly. No. So this person, I'm going with the FPO. Person that we've had on the podcast a couple of times. You like power couples, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm teaming these people up from Burlington, Ontario. Did slightly go down. Did slightly go down in the ratings, but that's not a big deal. 14 events. I love to see it. We're gonna rejoin the couple. We're going with Colleen McInnes.
Good pick.
Absolute snipe.
I had to do it. I almost didn't. But luckily, at the last minute, I decided that it was the best pick to take Colleen and not let her go to someone like you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That came out bad.
Not out to Wonderland.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the fun day at Wonderland with this team. But an absolute snipe of a pick there. Colleen is a great pick. She has, from what I can tell, she's only played at Eddyville twice, at least in A tiers. She was there for 2020 and 2021 provincials. She finished second both times, so pretty good history out at Eddyville. And actually, so I'm just going to do a quick little grab of something.
Yeah,
you betcha.
Yeah,
Colleen is awesome, and I mentioned Blueberry Brawl earlier. I got to stay with Chris and Colleen and some others at an Airbnb, and Colleen gave me this awesome little I don't know if this is crochet,
right?
What this would be.
We've seen that.
But
Yeah,
like a little mushroom man that can pop open and closed, and it's my new favorite little buddy in the world. So when Colleen gets brought up, I got to give her a little shout out. Thanks for my new best friend.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
As that little mushroom, it looks like it's from Super Mario, and then when it stretches out, almost like a jellyfish of sorts.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's so fun to play with. It's so distracting. I'm very easily distracted, apparently.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Is it
back
on
over to
me
Wonderland?
again?
It is.
All right. Well, the gates of Wonderland are open. Tickets are being sold, but I'm giving a free pass, a free general admission to Team Wonderland for. Okay, this is big. This is big decision time here. As my, I mean, I guess I might as well go MPO because both of you guys have your FPO picks now.
Yeah.
So I might as well finish off my MPO picks. And there's a certain good buddy of mine who is lurking in the chat right now, just itching itching to hear his name get called.
He's on the
But
edge
I
of his
don't
seat.
know. He is absolutely on the edge of the seat, but I don't
Call me
know
up, coach.
if I can do
Put
it
me in.
because his next tournament after this one, he's playing in MA1 against me. And if I can beat him
Ooh.
at a tournament, I don't know if I want him on my team.
See,
Decisions.
many a great team has fallen because the team captain chose with their heart.
All I do is choose with my heart. These are all straight out of love, these picks.
Yeah.
And out of love, I'm going to take my good buddy, Spencer Young.
Oh,
There you go. You made the team.
you know what? If I could just mention it,
Yeah.
that's a very honorable pick. And that's a different type of honorable mention. That's a straight up pick.
Exactly.
Well, he did mention that he was to me that he was an honorable mention for the DF Open and would have had a really good performance out there if he didn't go and give himself food poisoning the night before round 1 and started with a round in the 800s and then
Oh.
followed it up with 2,000 rated rounds, I'm pretty sure. So he's got some high
Well,
That's awesome.
that's awesome. I'm excited to see Spencer on
Yeah.
Team Wonderland. That's
Yeah, absolutely.
fantastic.
I know I've definitely seen his name on the leaderboards, scanning up and down. He's been there right in the mix a few times. So, yeah,
Yeah.
great
To
pick.
be honest, if anybody fits in with the theme of Team Wonderland in this draft, it might be Spencer Young.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so we're getting down to my last two picks here.
Yeah, back over to you.
And I've got my next two queued up
Well, I hope so, because you're
perfectly
next.
here.
Yeah.
It's very well queued up. So queued up that this player was out at Eddyville at the ECAN last year, and he placed third in the tournament.
Okay.
We've heard his nickname before, but I'm going to kind of change his nickname a little bit just so that it will match with Eziel and such like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to welcome Juq Julian Quenville to the to the team. So we're gonna have a team full. Are you just gonna put my team up on Instagram with all the nicknames?
Just all the nicknames? Yeah.
See if anybody even knows who's on my team. But Julian's
Jesse
gonna
G?
be on there. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
That is a great pick. Julian, being a player from Quebec, plays this tournament basically every single year, from what I can tell. And in the last 5 A tiers that have been out at Eddyville, he has finished 7th, 6th, 2nd, 7th, and last year at this tournament he finished in 3rd place. So I think that is a very solid pick in the 5th round.
Yeah. And sitting there, he's got a 983 rating. He's right up there with all the big boys on the MPO side. And it's pretty easy when I was looking at it. And I know that Robbie will help me with the rest of the stats because I've got last year's. He always has a couple more for me. So that's good. My other one is if we're going to pick the person who got third last year, why don't we also just pick the person who got 4th last year and as well got 3rd at the Eddyville Open that was just happening as well? So really knows this course, is in Ottawa, the capital, right close by. 961 rated. Jacob Mainville, welcome to Team J-Pow to cap things off.
A fantastic pick there. Like I mentioned, Jacob put out on his YouTube channel a playthrough of the Eddyville Elite layout. The course looks fantastic. I'm assuming you guys have never played Eddyville before, being from where you are. But it is usually 2 18-hole courses. The MVP, I believe it's now the MVP Dream and the Axiom Island Dunes, I think is what it was. It used to be Prodigy Dream and Innova Island Dunes. But either way, a Dream course and an Island Dunes course. And for this layout, they have combined some of the best features of both, extended some holes, combined some holes. Hole 1 is standard MVP Dream Hole 1 to the basket of Hole 2, combining those 2 holes together.
Right.
It looks really awesome. And Jacob put out a great video of that, hit a really sick long putt on hole 7. So I think he's bringing some good juju to your team.
Nice. Well, we already have that on the team, so we can always use a little bit more too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, great pick. And your
And
team's locked and loaded now.
Yes, it is.
That's it. So that means it throws it
it's
back over to you for your
finalized.
last pick. It is finalized. Team Wonderland,
All
get your
right.
final pick. And we know where you're going because your 5 MPOs have already been locked in. So you got to go to the FPO side.
We don't want to steal his
Per-
thunder, so we'll let him go with his.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not saying who he's picking.
Per yes, I am left with very few choices in options of division to pick now. I've
Mhm.
backed myself into a corner, but strategically, because I have some really good players to choose from here, and I think we've talked about some power couples, but I'm going to go and add to the power family
Yes.
here with my team. And I already have her brother as my pick number one. She has finished in the last 5 A tiers at Eddyville. She has finished first, fourth, first, first, first. 4 wins in the last 5 years, including the last 3 in a row. I am going to go with Sandy Hendel.
Yes.
Well, I have to apologize because I think Sandy must have been a late sign up.
No. I think what happened is your Sandra Hansen there might have been an accident. But yes, I was
That's
exactly
weird.
thinking what you were
Yeah.
thinking, Robbie. I was thinking just like we talked about power
Well-
couples, when you can put a set of family members together. Again, you've got that, and the set of family members of Marty and Sandy. It's like anywhere they go, they seem to destroy. And last year, they both won this tournament as well. So
Yep, they have won. This is I believe the 3rd year of the ECAN, and the year before that it was just the Eddyville Super Spin Championships, but it was an A tier. So for the last 3 years as an A tier, this tournament has been won in MPO and FPO by the Hendels, and I've got them both on my team, and I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
for sure.
We're just kind of we're looking here because I'm looking at disc golf scene, and that's where I was getting my
Well, check
my
the
information
PDGA
from.
number first.
And it's listed as Sandra Hansen. So I just thought that was just a player. The number, the PDG number is correct. It's 67835. On PDGA, it's listed as Sandy Hendel, but on Disc Golf Scene, it's listed as Sandra Hansen. So what I'm gonna have, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm not gonna put your pick in right now. I need to go into the back end and adjust that. So I'll do that in a minute.
Well, I think
when we go off this main screen, but I will put you in
Gene
there.
Shambles living up to his name.
That's that's Disc Golf Scene. Blame Disc Golf Scene on that one because I'm just pulling all the information from Disc Golf Scene. So whoever put it in wrong in Disc Golf Scene, I'm going to say that a few more times. And it wasn't Team Shambles, it was Disc Golf Scene. But I will update that before we finish. So don't worry about that. I'll get that updated. But okay, so Sandy Handel, yeah.
And I think because that's probably just her name as well, just the one that she registered with on Disc Golf Scene, you are more than fine to pick her there.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. If that is the case, if that's her real name or another
name that she had used
Hansen,
before,
that would make sense because, like you said, the PDJ number is correct, so it can't be doubled up or anything like that.
Yep.
So I will put that person in, but I will change it just so that
everyone knows.
Yeah, because I think most of us know or has Sandy Hendel. So
yeah,
perfect. So that's your team finalized. So then that comes down to me for just one last pick, and it's obviously going to be my MPO pick. And this person is another new name for me, but has a very low PDGA number.
Oh, you like that?
So I'm going with experience. Person has played a lot of tournaments this year, mainly C tiers, a couple of league as well. 975 rated out of Saint-Sauveur, Quebec. Team Shambles would like to welcome Charles Blanchette.
Yes, nice pick. I had as we got deeper on that list, definitely right up there for me.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know much about Charles Robbie? Can you give us
I
any information?
I know the name. I'm not as familiar with the game. That kind of rhymed. That was cool. Didn't mean to do that. But not as familiar with the game. But I can tell you that in 4 appearances at A tiers at Eddyville, Charles. He's from Quebec, so I'm gonna say Charles because it makes me feel
Charles.
fancy.
Yeah.
Charles has finished 19th, 7th, 14th, and 4th. Now I can't exactly remember because I just wrote down the numbers. I didn't write the years, so I can't exactly remember if it was last year or the year before that he finished in 4th.
Right.
But he has a 4th place as his most recent. So that is a great last round pick, I think.
I think so. I think
Be
that's
a
one of
under the
those
radar
ones
pick.
that's going to come right up there and
Yeah.
swoop up. You're going to go, oh, yeah, I thought this might be a top 10 pick, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
they're fighting for the podium.
What I was thinking, I'm like, I'm just going to leave this pick because I know no one's going to pick him. Everyone's going to just leave him to the end, and that'll be my, under the
Your
radar
sleeper.
the sleeper pick. Yeah. So let's switch back over to here, and then I can do this.
My face is so big again.
Yeah. If I go back here now, what we'll do is we'll just give everybody a quick rundown of our teams.
Love it.
Would be me. So giving a quick rundown on my team. First overall, taking the big gun, Thomas Gilbert. He's going to take down the win in MPO. Second, I took Calvin Rorda. Third, Chris Brown. Brian McDonald. Taking my FPO pick is Colleen McInnes, and rounding out my team, Charles Blanchette. I mean, it's got winning team written all over it. So I mean, I feel sorry for you guys, really. Robbie, you went second, Team Wonderland. Give us a rundown on your team.
Yes, you have a very solid team there, Daryl, but I'm about to introduce the 92 Dream Team, aka Team Wonderland. And first overall, I've got the man, the myth, the legend, Marty Hendel. Followed it up with Thomas Hums, the pride of Sudbury, Ontario. Jake Voskamp and Carter Yeomans back to back with some young gun action that can absolutely bring the heat. A little bit, maybe a pity pick. No, I'm kidding. I picked him with all of my heart. My good buddy Spencer Young, who got all of his bad shots out of the way at the Mist Mando Mayhem charity tournament that we had recently, and all of his good shots were saved for ECAN. He's going to make me proud. And rounding out my team, very happy with the back-to-back defending champion out at Eddyville, Sandy Hendel.
AKA Sandra Hansen.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna ask her about that if I can and see if I can get an answer on why it does that.
Because she's been
I'm
picked
assuming
before.
Yeah,
she's been picked before in other events, and I've never seen her show up as Sandra Henson before.
Yeah.
So not sure what happened there, but we got there in the end, and it's a good pick. It's a good team. No, it's just going to fall just a little bit short, but it's going to do better than Team J-Pow anyway. So.
Oh, I was going to say a little bit short of Team J-Pow is what you're going to say. So, I kind of get a feeling for my teams too, Robbie and Daryl. So, in the past, I had a great team where I had Miguel Alvarado and I had Gabby Lee on it. And I was like, this is Team Good Vibes. And it totally was. Good vibes all weekend. I got Team Nickname this time, this round here.
Nice.
In position 1, Jessica Goulet, Jessie G. And then in number 2, Joe Vanderveen, otherwise known as Joey VV.
My goodness. Come on, let's see how long you can keep this up.
All right. In position 3, a very easy one, Scotty J, Scott Jameson jumping in there. We already talked about number 4, Ezra Lockington, Ezzy L, baby. We start to get to position 5 where we bring in a little bit of Quebec into the team, and he already has the nickname of Juju is what his nickname usually is, I believe, Julian Quenville, but we're going to go with Q, and it's going to be with a capital Q, right? That's going to be there. And then my main man, Jakey Mainville.
The wordplay.
Right, you picked up on that. Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah. So that was quite loud. You probably had to turn down your volume for it because team nickname is a little bit loud, but Team JPOW is really excited for this weekend.
There you go. So that is everybody's picks. They are locked in now. They will be up on Instagram probably tomorrow, but at least before Friday.
Yes.
So that everybody can vote. We'll be tagging everybody in Instagram. Head over to our Instagram, Chain Out Podcast. Vote on your favorite team, which I think will be Team Shambles, but I mean, I'm not trying to lead the witness or anything like that. Vote on your favorite team.
Of course.
And tag everybody, put the send it out, retweet it, do whatever you need to do, repost it, get everybody interested, get involved. If you do vote on a team, doesn't matter if you pick the winning team or not, you'll be entered in to win a gift card from BR Disc Golf that we give away for every event as well. And we'll be doing that draw on next week's episode.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of caps that part off. But
Yeah.
Robbie, thanks for joining us. I don't know if the internet in Canadian disc golf can actually handle this episode. We're going to see when we put it out there if the internet just explodes when you have this much Canadian disc golf podcast content on one channel.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a collision of giants that we have going on here tonight, and I love it.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, thank you for joining us, Robbie, on this one. Do you got anything else you want to say before we part out and finish this one off?
Now your head's really big.
I know, right? This is kind of scary to look at. I'm going to have nightmares tonight. It's already way past my bedtime. I'm going to be up all night now thanks to this visual. But thank you guys so much for having me on. This was an absolute blast. It has been a pleasure to finally actually sit here and talk to you guys. We've messaged a bunch of times, but it is great to actually finally talk to you guys. And hopefully, I'm very hopeful that we will be able to make it work for some sort of Missed Mando versus Chain Out battle at Nationals while you guys are out there. I would love to get out on the course with you guys for a round. I think that would be absolutely amazing. And of course, I just want to say thank you to my sponsor, Cardinal Disc Golf,
There you
for
go.
keeping me looking good all season long. It hasn't exactly equaled great success on the course all the time, but it does equal looking good all the
Yeah.
time, and just the comfiest jerseys that I've ever worn. So big shout out to Cardinal, and of course, if you are so inclined, check me out on the Missed Mando podcast with my two other lovely co-hosts, Sean, and we may actually start seeing Galen again soon, as he
Ooh.
is getting out of the very, very early stages of being a new dad. We might see his face start to pop in a little more. So hopefully so. But if you feel so inclined, Missed Mando Pod on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts.
There you go.
Fantastic.
So it may not have equaled wins, but can you imagine how bad you would have played if you weren't wearing the Cardinal gear?
Oh,
It's
yes,
improved your game.
100%.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like when I'm having those bad rounds, there's just like a little bit of extra comfort in the back of my mind. That's like, yeah, I'm playing bad, but damn, I look good.
Yes.
Speaking of looking good, the conversation that kind of me and Robbie had, and I think it all started because there was a point where we did a live where we were doing an ace race, and Robbie was in the chat as well.
Right.
And he mentioned that
Yeah.
the beard was looking good, and
Right.
I used to say the same with Robbie, but I mean, it's coming back. You got more than Jeremy, so that's
Mhm.
better.
It is on its way back, and I very dearly miss the long. I'll say longer because you got a long beard. I wasn't on that. I wasn't on that status.
Right.
I was on my way there, but it would have been great for our on the course battle if we can make that happen, to have some two handsome bearded men out
Yeah.
there. But we'll have to deal with still two handsome bearded men. Just one's a little more lacking on the beard these days.
That's okay. That's okay. Any beard is a good beard. One thing I would say,
Amen.
speaking about playing the courses, now obviously Hope Goat, P15, Newcastle, Cedar Creek, have you played all of them before?
Unfortunately, I have not played Cedar Creek. I have played
Right.
all other three.
Yeah.
I know for my division playing in MA1, I won't be playing Newcastle. I'll be
Okay.
playing Project 15, Hope Goat, and Cedar Creek. So hoping to get out to Cedar Creek very soon. I think one of you guys had mentioned it kind of briefly at the start of this, but of course, I have run in the past a course vote out here in Ontario,
Yes.
Project 15. Your lovely guest tonight, Gabe Robinson, his course finished number 1. But the most underrated course that I heard, just because people hadn't played it as much yet, was Cedar Creek. When I
Right.
did a different stat of points per vote, so taking out a little more of the number of votes out of it, Cedar Creek was actually number 2 to Project
Right.
15 in
Oh.
that statistic. So very, very excited to finally get out to Cedar Creek and test that out. Dan Baynard is an awesome guy as well.
Yeah.
And Project 15 is my favorite course in the province. It's number 1 in my list, and I can't wait to get back out there. Also heard some really, really good changes have happened at Hope Goat since the last time I was there for the Rips. So
Right.
it's going to be a great event, fellas. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited for to come out here into my neck of the woods. Well,
Yeah.
it's like 2 hours away from me, but more my neck of the woods than your neck of the woods. And I can't wait to see you guys out there.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's where I was going with it, is the fact that we haven't played any of the courses. So the first couple of days that we're out there, we're going to be doing the practice rounds at the courses that we're going to be playing. So the fact that you've already played the courses and you kind of got a bit of, apart from Cedar Creek, Newcastle. Do you say which one you haven't played? Cedar Creek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cedar Creek's the one I haven't played yet.
Right. So, you have an advantage on us anyway because you've played these courses, so that while we're doing our practice round, maybe there's somewhere we could get together
maybe
at that
on
point.
Cedar Creek where it's fresh. We can get him out there.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, then it's fresh. We'll do worst throw doubles. It'll be the longest
There we go.
round that
Exactly.
we've ever played in
takes
our
forever.
lives.
all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
If we
Thanks.
wanted to make something happen at Cedar Creek when you guys are out here, I would 100% push my practice round to wait until you guys are out here. But we can chat more about that offline. I'm very excited. I will
Sounds
say,
good.
Project 15, I've got a pretty solid track record at. I play pretty well at that course. Even from the gold layouts, I shot the hot round in MA1 earlier this year from the golds. Hope Goat, historically, absolutely eats me and spits me back out. I think at the Rip last year, after 2 rounds, I was like 70 strokes behind Gannon in first place in MA1. Now,
Yeah.
to be fair, he was destroying even all of the best MPO players.
Yeah.
But hopefully Cedar Creek is a nice little balancing act because I'm going to need it from Hope Goat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to get out there. We're excited to play these great courses.
Yes, I'm excited,
yeah.
and I think as we're finishing up, I've been doing a lot of this wordplay, getting together with. No, I don't have that one ready yet. You'll do that one,
Okay.
but getting together with Robbie, that's something that can't be missed. It's pretty much Mando that we get together with him.
Bravo.
And now you take us home.
On that note, we want to thank Robbie for joining us. We want to thank everybody for listening and watching. Don't forget to head over to Instagram, hit the vote button, be entered in to win. And we're not going to see you around the basket.
No.
We're not going to chain out any of these putts.
No. What are we going to do?
We're just going to say goodbye.
See you later.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Robbie.
Thanks, guys.